Yeah, was a Abia, she said in here, Nebusian, a Tony Bennett, Isbeth Papa.
Oh, okay.
To Abia, Omodoma,
okay.
Omodomoko. Whether politics or no politics.
Joe Gidisu.
Yeah, Joe Gidisu. You know, Koji Saina, Professor Messi Cadis. No, Owen. BMW stretching us a year the team. Hey, Professor Messi, let me find the crazy why you.
Dr. Kwame Ampofo.
Yes, energy and Kranza about you say education minister plus let terms of quarter ministry. Kwame about you say Kranza. Now about you say be
Kwame about you say. Yeah. Okon Kranza has any friend.
No, your friend about you say. Because about you say that time kana e for the email. Need the na eku
okay.
You know.
Domi Estofo run down to be Oba studio hano. Former treasurer for MPP no. Oh, okay. Hey, where do you want fancy you? Also,
what too much you?
Moses Asaga.
Yes. Oh, sorry, there's fresh in our minds. Asaga there. Moses Asaga the on top from the
Norway.
They be our kasa into waiting in Caruso the voice or champion to control Macabo Motojum. Moses Asaga. Oh, you bruta. No, no, so be finance minister. Apologies, Moon Sense. I know Muslim look to it. You're not a commentator of economics. It's also the other word was there.
Christian Amwakunuyama.
Yeah, Christian. Oh, decent, super decent, madam.
Health minister.
And what comes to a trend?
No, a one-time health minister. Right?
Yeah. Very decent woman.
Yeah.
Very, very decent.
Kasim Kasanja.
Kasim Kasanja. And also.
Kasanga.
And Dr. Sepayanki also.
Hey.
Dr.
Sepayanki.
Dr.
Ghana Gas.
Ghana Gas.
Yes, I know a board chairman.
Yeah, Sepayanki.
And Coach David Duncan said, Mike Hammer.
Yeah.
Mike Hammer.
Oh, that's on the current guy. On Nancy Kokasa or Dumefim.
Yeah. So on a E2.
Former on a E2. Former Lands and Natural Resources Minister.
Yeah.
No, before no Krana, Akokrana no so Akokrana Mukona no. Dominic Akokrana Lands Minister no way.
Hey, now Papa could be under Mills or be Education Minister Tetenyo.
Hey, on so baby you.
No way.
The wall you look a Chrome also MTN now can
say MTN Michael Tenya no.
Anna Baku Papa pay no voter region. Yeah.
Tetenyo
Obana de make sure say
Tetenyo no ni voter region.
No free. Me say no
free adan ho.
Ofri adan.
Yeah.
And to MTN na free sa area.
And I was on no education minister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nti ono ye lower manya krobo MTN. Na we adan. Tetenyo no adan.
Doesn't unite the same place.
No, Dominic na confusion dey pay. I'll tell you the same.
Okay.
Yeah. A bus idea, you might smile there. Or back in Kansas, yeah. I didn't smile on Oka.
We say Dr. Kwame Ampofo is former MP for South Dai and former MD of Tor.
Tor, only two. Yeah, what about yourself? No on Kranza. Anna, when did you be up or Benanti for anima? And Obenanti for anima, Kwame Ampofo no.
Omunyina de Ampofo.
Ono de bi Obenanti or jogging. On the OT is to be go towel send the over shorts our bo. Now we see corn walk in the banner. You say, "You would that woman come."
And we are why now okay. And you take a price, Hano.
Talk.
That's a talk on one day South Dai MP.
There be in Kranza so you about you say your friend Ampofo. Deputy Minister Education.
So I mean education deputy make a tour MD.
Ogbo Ampofo about you say. But tour where they be won wani ma o.
And on not take a price, Hano.
And I see a crowd obetwa mu ha che. Don't do very fit o. And what genuine fita kama. They be what tremo. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm wondering say the baba no be fie dey bia.
The ofri o ho no. Oni e Kwame Ampofo twimasi.
There be.
Oh, there be saying.
Oh, too much now and tiame. Oh, now we kasa. Oh, that dey. Ade o be. I say kotoko ya share obuofu. Hey.
Only a Kwame Ampofo twimasi, you know. Enti Sipayanki and so Onassis Kobe yeah that say for coming through.
Oh no, my friend now fa onim de why enti no. My friend now fa. Catch no. Me ba no se kakai. Me nye terrorist. Catch no.
Tony Edu eh.
Oh 21.
Okay. Honorable Abayate,
yeah.
John Tia Kologo.
Hey, Charlie.
And Professor Wayo Seini.
Oh, I'm out for Abitrum.
Hey, we MP Bakuya no or French no your friend is saying.
Baladu menu.
Oh, hey.
Also the Obuba Hudu. On no typical say Mekoni die. Baladu menu anwa. Now we alone. We alone.
No, yellow.
Now was what we say. Uko abako se manyo na. Obia chia Ghana for Libya.
I mean,
maybe said
names don't Doyo Kujo.
Yeah, me feel Obia we no
Yeah.
Why Juma now we are now free mobile. Me more point young man be a many.
Yeah. It is for starters, no more the new managing director of the electricity company of Ghana. A 36-year-old.
Okay.
He is under 40 years. 36.
Very young man.
Very young. I mean, he's probably the youngest ever CEO of any of the state companies in the energy sector. And by this, I mean VRA, Gridco, ECG, and all the other energy commission. Because for a 36-year-old, wow, that's really interesting. But fortunately for he served on the board. Now our board and so. And as you are promoting to managing director. And to us, what you wanted to say?
Well, I want to take this opportunity. Probably the open Ghana for being apart from a half a year or your film, and I say over Ghana. You know, as a Bununino.
Yeah.
Name Chimney, Bunaf, every day. Sparacus and everything. I see. You see the Ghana for Bria. They say, "Bebo be a dean back. Wow, ni bino. Obi omi to be a bro, to be a brem." Now, I appreciate it. Ghana for because omo year wonders in other places.
I mean, what I realized, they say, we need to build global brands. Global brands and your companies and it's even with our human resource. Inti Ghana near achieve BB here in Ghana or outside Ghana. A world-class achievement, global achievement. No, we need to acknowledge some of them. And I don't know. I was scanning through the net and I saw say, Oko Brunel University, London, Omo Director of Division of the Global Public Health. Ewo Brunel University, Oyeganani. They did in Dr. Nana Anochi.
Oyeganani.
Yes. Ocean is short profile. I say Nana is the Director of Division of Global Public Health at the Department of Health Sciences within the College of Medicine, Health and Life Sciences. Nana's work on economics of physical activity has been used by the National Institute for Health and Care Excellence to formulate 3 national public health guidelines in the UK on exercise referral schemes and brief advice for adults in primary care. He has quantified how time and money prices influence behavior change. And this is what a Ghanaian has done. And say Otokoswa, I mean for Omu Epese Ehuno, our PhD in health economics, Ewo Brunel, MSc in environmental resources management from Brandenburg University of Technology, Germany, and a BA in economics and sociology from Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. In the Enche, we have a degree in Che, or Koye the master's, a PhD. He is heading the Global Public Health Division of Brunel University. It's a big deal. And I can count a lot of other Ghanaians are excelling in other fields abroad. Send us their names. Now, acknowledge you one more, because it's really, really, really good. We need to build human resource global. Global.
It's very, very important. And I was able to be me feel some percent didn't come on this national security vis-a-vis terrorism and terrorism or whatever. Media me catch me FM. Didi kai. Any Ghana ni bia uti misabri. Mesre se. Enyo ma sisa. Nti yesi sisa ho kakra. Bibia in terms of atade shame ye kasa ye duane ye nyuma semu ana affect ya bambo ho nsem kra no I affected. So didi kan pese Ghana ni bia ti ase o ka se Ghana ye an exception because onyame doye bro so a o dada okra. Ampa onyame ahomobro onyame adoye onyame adom onyame anim tie de emfree Ghana woda. It doesn't mean that we are super exceptional to the extent that sabi and maybe a cock so we are Safran e bint me dey emma ti mesre obehwa be 2 months na me say me ne obi ye din komos ye ntia se de ntia Ghana for ye nko the extra man for pepan so enso my Ghana obia no if you are patriotic and you love your country There are so many things that you abstain. You only go in for the good. And then munyam share be the bamba through additional building capacity.
Yeah.
So at the Ebre woman, apart from said national security for the coordinate, say we are not actually in normal security times.
Yeah.
And you any bit mamna you.
Amana yehu.
The entire enye hu ni say ene say oya wa adwene say wa obadwene obambo ho kanea woni beda ho. Obaya hwe yi.
Security no wow personal responsibility.
Yeah, because clear line we answer kwani akọ other responsibilities in other agencies. So.
Yeah.
So wow ti asia say one the best security obanyama wa ho a. Then after that no trust line we are. Now you are coming to where you need to act in the interest of baby our constituency or potem or district or crew or my Ghana. It is tiasia say me kwabna sante. E say me ma me bambo ho nsem ehia me. Nti de me ye bia no e say me ni da ho. Titire ba bambo ho nsem ni abrabo mu nsem. Ana me fa nto dwa so say kan na ne yesa bomb ni etuo na egu ka to na e ba na enipa di mirika cho ka da bi. And ebi ba te say centrofo. Ebi ba te say NGO.
Yeah.
Ebi ba te say asofo. Ebi ba te say chief imam. Ebi ba te say the taxi driver.
Yeah.
Ebi ba all manner of professions.
Obehwe no oyekuani
or the didi
obehwe no de nantwie nam. Obehwe no de ogan nam.
Or the didi juma. No mo be di juma wi ade mania first o me use Ghana for kasa. No mo dia adi say juma na mo be di na enye papa 99.5% of the times. Mesre Ghana ni bia wutie me say
be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout.
Uhu bibia.
Eso ka bibi.
Ka bibi.
Uhu bibia.
Yeah.
Eso ka bibi. Me sure by the close of the show no.
Yeah.
Now the numbers bia.
Yeah.
The general one we know,
yeah.
maybe plus other numbers bia to ja. Ama man phone say. Baby edu no obi a security expert in quote.
In quote. And by security expert on my hand can we mean say be on the look. They be a catcher mo say na ukwa no na ukọ area be a residential area. Na ube ho na abrewa bi tane mpomam. Se ohun se asumesi oni enye oni ye nete ha. But when we say we twem akwa aba miensa, obefre police near report. That is the level we have to get to. Because if you thought say the terrorism scare no was far away from us, you are joking. Because and you go Burkina Faso. And another many of mine here can say you drew Ouagadougou airport. Ouagadougou airport.
Oh, mommy, let me be frank. What time? I was Ouagadougou. What time, Papa? How?
Enti.
Mommy, we are on the cross. My friends runway was there. No, maybe plane land there.
Yeah.
The Jackson said, "Yeah, go. Like to be any oh. It is I'm a pilot, you know. Who knew skills we are only telling that. Uba once any part of our command and say, what do we tell you to run down them now? How come? I was saying to wait.
In Burkina Faso, and Omanunim said, in Burkina Faso now, terrorists not taking over 85% of the country. The government controls just Ouagadougou.
It's not a joke.
The rest of the country taken over by terrorists, and this is Burkina Faso, our northern neighbors. And one statistic I may kind me who is shocking me. I'm going to say in the first quarter of this year, 2022, that is from January to March, first quarter, there were 356 terrorist attacks in Africa. 356 first quarter of 2022 in Africa. Out of that number, a mobile 49 happened in West Africa. It is closer than we thought. And that is why I was so beer. And there Yakrani said, in just the first quarter, Nipa Ewu in Burkina Faso through terrorist attacks, and they about 500.
Look at this.
You know, it's that serious. Now, say who they see Togo. It's serious. We need to be up and doing. And a man phone should take responsibility.
No,
we should not say a collective effort.
Hona kame bana odi asoto mesre. Ya di bibia be di agro, di bibia be ya manyosem. It should not be ye bambo.
No. With our security.
Yeah, ya di bibia be di agro. We di bibia be di agro. But me who say Liberia now Rwanda now say he fan tokano. They identify this particular group of people. Yes, Mister. By this, we are not saying say you need actually, but a yes, a boy than say you need to answer a boy on by. The ancient and so be, Mister. na Ghana ni bia enye nwenfo uhu bibia wadaroma na waka bibi maka just numbers no be the betu dwa enche uhu bibi say we mi potemonum de akoi de we de wabehye dem de bia na 12 no pie you know we wa hye ne so e sofo abokra but the sofo ni bia o ye you know we so obi so akotepo bim no odi apofi tu ni patrimu sa titru mofra na wo emia no sebi come kakra wo mu no the vulnerable no oh yeah, so the government has a responsibility.
Huge responsibility.
Government has a responsibility to ensure, say, Omano development evenly or best spreading across. Because a new man getting rich in the padre.
And rich in the padre. Well, almost started by indoctrinating people. And omu pull factor, no man. Pull factor for our terrorists, no. For now, mineral resources and our coastal resources. And it's now share. Almost start here free esro ho
and
yes in the almost saneba because Ghana were along the Gulf of Guinea and osha omako Togo omako Cote d'Ivoire enti almost saneba and the yenso no gold ne wa mineral resources ne wa and the idea so munya control of san yoma no omope because a more influence omunya sika e de yom so omuye bia enti we have to be extra careful and it's all areas out along the border. Be careful.
Vigilant, be careful.
Report mining areas. Let's be careful.
To add up finally on this matter, Crown say, Adiaba Kusu say, one officially, nationally, Omujina Ekwanoma or my Ghana, the Navy, the armed forces, the immigration, the police, the military, and what have you. Mesre Ghana, motivate you both in the remunerations we give them and both in the things we give to them to make sure, say, me koko jina kwano ama my Ghana no say tie bia no Ghana ejimitum Ghana ebo mabaso I'm proud say me Ghana ni and I'm proud say me ye obi am representing Ghana in times like this mesre mpayfo akadia esefata one enam wiem one enam nsuo so one enam eye efom what be akadia bi ehia say sankofu ko ni let's ignore the money factor because security continues to be key.
Too much.
That's why Amama is almost budget on security, no? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Obakazi be omono free and I said, but they know,
reason, of course, because in the Togo, yes, 10 soldiers were killed.
Yes, I'm saying that, Mestre, Abamum paying for say those who will be assigned and continue to be assigned to keep our gates and our borders intact wherever they find themselves. Let them feel that they are Ghanaians. Let them feel that even when it comes to Sebi death, they don't care because Ghana cares about them.
Ghana cares about
very,
them.
very, very important. I mean, through a caution. Emma Bono East Police Service, no.
Okay. Now, the regional police command.
Yes. Tie in the Ghana National Police. Now, Sambra back to Rexec or Bono East.
Okay.
Now, country almost say maybe they don't get the picture clear. If we are to go by the narrative of the family of the late gentleman now, they are making it now scary. Yes. If we say, Daniel say, 3 o'clock, pay the narrative. No. I will Ghana to me, Ashan Sudiana show. Police uniform representing Ghana. Now, before be 3 o'clock.
In a taxi.
Over the 3 o'clock, we are by 3:30. This said gentleman is nowhere to be found as we speak today. You want me to sleep? You want me to be quiet about this? It shall not go up. So, Mr. IGP, media, I'm more advocate of church on some the IGP, blah blah blah. That's not my issue. When issues of this nature come. To every situation, there's a solution. Unless you don't want to get a solution and you're a beneficiary of what is happening. Every situation that is not the best, you can turn it around. Timisre, the IGP, supported by his able lieutenants, to the last person in the police service, and to our investigative bodies, the NIBs and the national securities and what have you, demonstrate and bring back, I know it's coming back, a certain level of trust and focus and seriousness. Trust your key. Transparency your key. Because as soon as you find 3:30, 3 o'clock here, Na me your family 230 ameba.
The circumstance surrounding this guy's death, and as an year no, a bit weird. And I don't think we should let it slide.
Yeah, your family 230 ameba. 330 ade actually wa ma na 230 ameba. Na me kan che fiera for mu to say tying into the security matter no. E fiera for do na Uganda house nim. Enipa bon for do na Uganda.
Omo
sikani brenti. They are sacrificing Ghana for omo ketua bi na ombede no. Obia betua danka 5,000 cedis a month. Onipa no watua 3 years amount. Ompia no pa da. Debi o pay 11:30. Ubusa nska no yama.
No yama. Anadwo nko no.
Anadwo 11:30 p.m. 1 a.m. Debi o with champagne. Na adwuma ben. Untimi kan che Ghana Police Service. Na untimi nyu obi.
Untimi nyu obi asute. Usikenti.
Yeah. O jisika at the expense of yenyina. It is a security conversation I did in Kranza issue ni wie no. Mesre. Se me busuani bi ana me na to mi anka me breadwinner te se me. Sebe onyame manem pare. Anka ye bisi basa. Ye tutu no me jeje mu wo man nim. It is ye certain results.
Yeah.
We are not getting because some of these indicators and pointers no and you're healthy and you're encouraging and you're transparent.
That's true.
Na masre posi chotro for the customer for ACP or ASP or super whichever. Yes. Na on to the boss ni chotro no.
Aden.
Oh obi.
That's also on the Ghana food income.
On to the boss ni chotro. A chotro ni pimpen do na no. Ehunu bi tell paying or Ghana Police Service no. Tina boss rwa o se on to the boss ni chotro no. Ko o ko chotro sa. Na sin to ba chotro ni ma. Na de bi had na out radios na wokasa ana say no ne de be na baso ana onto the boase any atwotro asem sia it's better to take your time for us to get to the real issues and communicate back to us than probably to please
and the communication should be done transparently because sometimes some of the reasons given for nyoma bi a system
you are proud to this no the communication release bi aba sa area akwasi fori obaka before this incarceration there had been a release and people challenged in terms of the shooting incident
police
your
friends
bullion van was what yes yes
sometimes I mean some of the reasons it as if
so
Ghana for kind we are
yes
who through
it
doesn't make sense.
I don't know the number of people consent for the releases to come from the Ghana police but I know he's the head of the directorate so clearly in the consent Timisren 70 bi on mo se bonsu nyame anim ne kureni wa nye careful wa hu ya na wa nko kansema
but I think the police service so more internal house cleaning no it was because man is scary because I was sure and I don't want to give premium to some of the narratives yet behind the scenes no but chale kwa say it even now scary because say Akosi say police for Ankasa have been shot dead. We were told say operation be no mo call here and nko an ewu this time we are told another operation and this in Kranza young man it's a bit it's funny. It's funny.
They should just be bringing out releases.
It's funny.
They should be careful and mindful of the release of when they be bad because those releases obi and no be kwako fans
be aba. Yeah.
Owusu
it leads much to be like, but answer no you free Kranza. Somebody just sent me an interesting list. Maybe I'll run through it quickly. Now your barber share the other issues. Alhaji Muhammad Idrisu. So boni.
Yeah, me boni di.
But
Alhaji Muhammad Idrisu Betty Mo Idrisu.
Right? Betty Mo Idrisu. Okay. Yeah. Mrs. Honasam.
Honasam, I've forgotten about it.
Oh, I think no, Western Region.
Honasam.
Western Regional Minister. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Angela Bedinemisa, Shama MP, former.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Dr. Charles Bintim.
Yeah, Bintim. Charles Bintim na. Dominic, last time back on the Kimuna na. Okay.
Ono.
Yeah.
Ekusi say
on so say e bi koto maybe too much na. Okay, so bi koto accounts man na. And I know this idea. Me refi for Charles what me Kenya na bia na manage brim ka. I don't know a teacher na. I don't know a politician na. I can't even think our retentive memory. We are young.
Na PC appeal for it.
Oh, sound the Nancy akwa ne ba ace of mommy. Mommy no you know.
Ne baby is of mommy.
Mommy or a friend say. Oh, Mammy Oba, Mammy nice woman.
In Paibobiana.
Yeah, that would be very nice woman. That's Dr. Selina.
Oh, yes, of was sort of being.
Oh, I always have very offensive questions.
Faith way.
Oh,
you know the old kind of. Oh, yes, of free na yeah, basically the only papa.
And then about just who have you?
Daniel Hinejekum.
Yes, send me Bodia, what? The
US ambassador. No?
Yeah, Santiman Thames Afonso. No, on him, mamma, so I food distribution pen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Commodore Steve Obimpe.
Yes, I Greek. No, on Sriqua no Kunyabiaka. Oh,
they be a woman and him.
No, son, and him tears woman. But would men cry? These are the real men, you know.
Nana, yes, Nana Andy and Akoma. Who is that?
Okay, Nana,
okay, and Professor Dominic Phoebe.
Oh, say Phoebe, the forestry.
Yeah.
Education, rather.
Education.
Yeah, education. Only say I sing one of
them. Yes.
No way. Where is that Phoebe? Honestly, they be hey, Professor Phoebe, so baby, press conference. Because on Bezo sample. Hey, watch near the Makasa.
Obi say, Obi. Nana hinin to and Paula Foko de.
Oh yes, Paula Foko cry ye on the crew. I think say minim say no because ne father year na. Yes. Yeah, Paula Foucault. Yeah, just about a few weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only to call the mutation of the farm go about to. Oh, Nana is also careful about the audio, but I know you need Nana. Nana still very young.
Okay.
Nana Tracy still is about still young. They be than the belt. Who know what what teacher Papa Pampe. The shirt was or 3 line in our still or 3 line. What is it?
Okay. In the Yamran share one idea.
Yeah.
Annual ritual. Which is the issue of flats. Kakra, it sounds monotonous now because Enra, one thing that trended was this Daily Graphic report in 1960. Now Eka said the rains are here again. Now to say Accra part of flood. These are videos ABI you've not seen. These are videos I'm not sure so where will baby but about Sempa FM page because this is unbelievable. I mean, baby where Malcolm Plus and here for the no Aveno hey Aveno Malcolm Plus nini hey
no I don't know you
no say Hondi me who's a flood say now
now only maybe a flood and flooded that before you proceed
yes
BK well and Belosi and fa you know Majesty Ephraim
Majesty yes
oh
Chum de Sandi Mississippi na
Chum yes but you see under the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament or taking majority of the cost.
Yeah.
And
for more money, Majesty, one of the regular and very popular serial callers for the NDC. It's a sad development that he's no more. I'm told his sad demise not happened at Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Enra. And to the family, to friends and loved ones, accept our condolences.
Okay, so Dr. Professor Dominic Phoebe, a board chair, Get Fund.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Get Fund board chair. Okay, very well.
Oh, now can flat.
Yeah, into flats now. It's really sad. But Rampono, beyond these videos, maybe Jackson, you show this one very quickly. Now, I share it to me at once. So, Oman Enra, minya call from one of the big guys with Prudential Bank. And I just want to read the message he sent to me verbatim. Na amount for the area ote. And for monso amopese muhuno over Facebook, you would see the road. Enna Jackson there too. Or say your friend Ebo Kwasin or your executive head of business at Prudential Bank Limited. Na the message or the car when they say Obi Adenta housing down container roads after yesterday's rains. No man already quite minimum Adenta housing down wafa there. But it's really terrible. Ain't it? When Adenta housing down quite in here, and this is what the man sent. Say Obi was saying no pay because I'm frame remind me. Say yam fan tuja na the powers that be because man this is a purely residential area. And the road is terrible. Wow, ocean over Facebook and entrance you toy the crossing our gravity we know them more. And I'm wondering how I say what to her. Odo car be fast had you every day. It's that bad. It's really that bad.
Patrick, this is my position. Is about 1960 reference. You deepen the crisis more. Go for those as far back as 1960. The now, what is one who say as Oman Nankasano. Yeah, Anamun to Nunkasa or Nemebu. 1960, you are too far away. Too far away. I'm saying that. And your ma ye jibre as on my here. I just see 200 more intimate to the Obi, they be a better macachero 8990 Accra Kumasi Road, ABC and 170. There no crying we. Our ministry ye intimate manisika from time immemorial. And yes, and so watch time go. Attach your tissue capreni.
Yeah. Okay, more.
Attach your tissue capreni. Attach here or not capreni ho. And those best finance ministers who we was a capreni for that ministry. It is also watching the visitation of sites to Obeko Sao. Dan Rebecca on a Jackson in Yard. Because man be commenting on the June floods because only capacity to do anything.
Now we cry June cry my
and I'm saying man be commenting. That not a really be say than he didn't come. We only capacity, no. You hear about the citizens' responsibility and our contribution to what is happening now. But as soon as we are buying attention or the mass ministry, no, any such situation, we know. Our form, because we do bring all the best minds we have in local governance. Atua Hoy, Dr. Callistos, Dr. Nana Atua, Engineer Atta, any the Hoys, or be or local government oriented person biara dambo twemuni omo kenyan no. I think we have to go back to the drawing table because our local assembly in there majority of them our performance is zero. More be excuses because every day if you want to give excuses excuses there every blessed day. The local assemblies are not really up to task because of me kwaso from Agboba to Ablajay to from Bokobi to Ablajay to Agboba to Wisconsin. Kwahwe development ekon wo mia eye ensure to eyiri fa ho. Nyese e wo se ensure to eyiri fa ho. Ko the development ekon so. Kwahwe amanfo omanya ene omabo. Na ban gates public gates na wo no. Omo si omo dan na omo stores no. Omo de anwane abo na block kwan ne gates nyina. It is show ba na beta anwane abo na chi na eyi afa so na nam kwan mu no na ekọ. Kore na wo Ghana wo nkan wo Madina obi swimming pool no wa bia to main road mu wa bia to kwan ma afa kwan mu sama kwan mu na atutu obi otiere obi antimi kasa yesi o sika o so sika swimming pool ono wo se nsuo na obi ato kwan mu eti afa hosa exercise wa ye o wa ya ma kwan nyina atutu obi ani efia efiri mu ba yesi o sika nti obi antimi nka obi akofa nwia abe block kwan eti ta double lane no adane single lane ba obi aso ntimi nka obi ti shemu wa wi bro wa mfa to car ni mu wa role asa to atwene kokan anya ono kwado wa jatu se kwa yefo so na Jackson no tie eche no hwehwe ni mu nkwa na odo Ghana abobo ya afo no. Now they don't go and put the refuse at where it's supposed to be. Game per air done a refuse dump, sir. A quan house here we done. And then refuse dump. You will be maybe number 334. Almost shegu quanum, sir. Almost shegu quanum, sir. So see, I mean, no case. Odopa drive through that place. Ball and kitty baby. Who knows the way a bobo ya bola? And what the who are no danger go. So no, you do not know a danger go. Yes. Stores for air contribute to menu contribute to all of us we are contributing. If I want nim de won say ni kwan so mo see at FSC waterways. Omo see one of control produce permit 2406. Now if you have an efficient and a reliable and a transparent and focused and hard working assembly, it's assemblyman for now promote or into your moka yemo malawa say. No, we are all moved by our food, our stomach. Bread and butter and a priority for all Ghanaians now. Bread and butter and a priority. But wherever it's our system here, bread and butter easily to come. Because you can't say the development no flood aba. It's a better fa. And they acquire say Jumano. You better fa. It you see Nansia.
But the other challenge is, man, beyond what we individuals can do on our individual level, no. And now you know Japan didn't come on. He made the point about as for mine. We might have missed the opportunity with already established areas, no. By a new areas, a BA and why do we allow development to go ahead of planning?
Assemblies are not working.
Yebekwa kosisi adan obi dan hwe ha na obi de anim hwe ha ekwan bi anem basa
mimi nua assembly building inspectors one of the yinibi but catch oba daily no your report no or report we go through MC and DC or kwana report no is nonsense. So clearly over reporting why do I have to go to the field and recommend that this structure is not the best to be here, this is not good, this is area? Why should I write the report? Because this is not Kasa so Koya Wajumano. Obi, do you know who I am? Do you know me? My name is Omahini Kwabnasa. Do you know me? Or T Omahini Kwabnasa Antina no Nishabi Rebesi no I fast. Or come back to office. Abe normal. It's Kwabnasa Antina CBA dia. And I said Jackson Oba Owusu because or better Kwabnasa Antiachi. We know the challenges that we are facing. We know the kind of prescription we have to give to ourselves. We are refusing to give that prescription to ourselves because I keep telling you that we have and continue to be beneficiaries of the system, which is corrupt. We are dishonest.
Yeah.
So if you want to just turn it around for it to become an honest system, a corruptless system, now Juma Kraukom, now person the status quo. Juma Ukoma, now also the status quo. Come on. It's your problem, Ankasa. Your problem, Ankasa. Until we get to that point, Debiamika, you are solving Ghana's problems as your problem.
That's your problem.
It is a OT or ya. Mirika or the copper the best of Edro, Eto, Edenoma, Tinikono. Adentina Ghana. Say pie. So be area ECG. Jackson unim say nipa or to next door the ban. Illegal connection why unim. Jackson Timin Koka because or report to my ECG. ECG phone be subaka okaje. Saga no or no material or no be you man. Jackson and you kakra. Trust, honesty, transparency. Amakwaya bukata. It be bia bukata. Omano every facet of omano bukata nkwa. Bukata nkwa na wo mining. Money. But if you are not careful, Ghana will be overtaken by fraudsters and armed robbers in the helm of affairs, dictating the pace that we have to go as a country. That's when all of us again say, come on, we made a mistake. But it's correctable now. We can correct it now. Nobody can better give you a prescription to your crisis than yourself. Because the IMF and the World Bank in America and in London, on him the real challenges facing this country. On him. Now on my it has to develop KVIP near Kocha a community in our Kocha Nipa Bear Taz, Hanfina Fratima, KVIP. Osabozu. Etimise. Apart from Obi Awashre Nkwa. Nipa Nkwa de Oshrea Obi. One of the painful one showing the Paswa.
Flooding ma Obi.
Yes,
it is pictures of floods now.
So what I say?
Is it a compassion fatigue?
Yes, because
it is only when Obi you flooding.
I don't know a problem now, but me catch Obi. Yes, I be me could very tough about. I'm telling me, sister, I suffer same fate. Obi deceive one got twice as a dry season. Assassin or Tom is an money make me person come as him.
You could see saying on
a better movie so a move bottle baby 25 a moony a sea training and cutting as if for a cheer for some so catch me. Oh, maybe I'll find some guys.
Maybe you're talking
about cocoa in a phone side would have been a show more
clearly a muddy
area. Bramo. Oh, you won't cheer your woman, okay. Continue to bottle gum. And I do frame them here, but more 25 bucks. It's all for the same. Now I'm for cop baby on bit my hat. Now I'm ultimately who Jumama. Yes, sometimes you have to be a bit a eat kakra. And more 25 bucks. Fuck cop baby on bit my hat. Yet it's in mine. Yet it's in mine. Now I'm in tears. So I'm to say, Obi be free baby. Abba Shrunkubi. And forgive me for citing this example all the time. I don't know why Ghana for the membership idea your friend Bruni and Ahoho and said almost follow the dictates of the system or the agency or the I don't know why. And they be on the lab you catch it all. Say lab no.
MDS lab.
I'm on my appointment Saturday 6 a.m. Saturday 6 a.m. MDS Lancet was in full operation working. Now when you're born about Ghana Post and Ghana Post, I'm going to yi omusim titi.
Ekusi saying on Asempa FM.
The union for nimnim tokwa. Raising objection to everything.
Everything.
Asempa FM.
Everything.
Raising objection.
And let me add, sir, apart from what we think citizens should do, there is a question also to ask about why since 1960 we've had leaders after leaders. And the report in the Daily Graphic in 1960, the same report in the Daily Graphic today, flooding in Accra, the nation's capital. No leader can say, I want to solve this problem once and for all. And I say, you do level like it's not solvable. Have we lost all our engineering principles to say, we are dealing with this thing once and for all? Is it no longer possible? And any board they do to resolve it? But I don't understand. This annual ritual where they be a Jaimanisi and then we tour the places with video cameras near Kotucha for the photo ops near day and then we move on. We don't seem to really find a solution to this thing. Because this is the national capital for crying out loud. And some of the things, images are Oh man, it's bad. It's really, really terrible. And it's getting a bit frustrating because too much. Because the people go out there, join queues, vote for people into leadership, say solve a problem. So why would one problem be devil since the 1960s? Wow! And we have the Ghana Institution of Engineers. Yeah, we Ghana surveyors. Yeah, we Ghana it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
It comes back to leadership.
Absolutely.
What it means is that over time, we've not had real leaders in this country. We need to be blunt.
I'm surprised.
Because I'll catch them and say, on my 1960 graphic, and I repeat it and then. I
don't get it. I don't get it. And some of these people in opposition will promise that when they come, and there are stories, Nanado visited Cycle and promised to deal with some of these. I don't know why. Say, and that's why sometimes I get disappointed. Say, yenya natural resource bia. Monumental. We spread the resources from that natural resources so thinly. It will be say oil say over 10 years of commercial oil production. No, Ogasa will pay a dear boom back one monumentally see why because of Ghana. You seek up from oil the year. We've spread the thing thinly into your money piece. We could have said actually this Accra annual flooding, Kumasi annual flooding. We want to deal with it once and for all. How much nebe cost? Engineers now you cost na okay, we would need $40 billion. You can say okay, in the time, the next 20 years, government be on committee say, and solve this thing once and for all. It's frustrating.
Obi.
It's frustrating.
Flood now frustrate you. Opportunities for the youth. And grab that bracket age of 18, 35, 40. No. Maza. Unim, they be amka the Franco country. Unim papers a good table. Unim certificates a good table. So, Owusu, we continue to be beneficial if we don't like what is happening. I swear to God. It can't be said, where the kids are dada. Pete bia wom. Pese obesisa. Pe show anim so benya de foforo result foforo. Enya no kre. Tibia na wom no, esense wo penti no. Eno ti na oda so wom.
Yeah.
But say pete bia wom pa dia obi. your intent in life is that as I said to me nyini bobra me so yire no man ne obusu afo no adofo so no my Ghana nya ho fa so dia obi you cannot sit and sit in your comfort zone. The moment you get out of your comfort zone a chest a failure when you break sekoto when you break ankasa op results. But what if I could di peche this is the body the banchi beni inwane mponchi beni.
No room to think.
Oh no. We are okay with what is happening here. Minya KVI bako na minya community center bako na minya day school bako na minya market bako. Yeni so ade hunde bia no we are settling for mediocrity. Ana gas ni so. Chese bibia no yama wo kwan ama fi abeka ho in this country. Ono guard ne kro no okọ se onko mandate no hwe market no titi ticket no. Or the chrono and the call.
Yeah.
God,
especially city guard now a stop taxis I check your license no. How mutimi jump rank for taxi mono. I say sometimes say
and I say Obi, my main reason why they do that. They've been with the service for almost about 5 years. They write statements, they go on night patrol, they effect arrest. Or they
for police for outside the Sabah. That thing I don't understand.
Now my true statement may effect arrest. Me call night patrol. Ghana police service.
There are two categories, Oman. There are the YEA, your friends, the community police model, and your guards now, the respective assemblies now afa. Into a more check it drivers no. Your friend is saying assembly insurance or more drivers no. Omuni different from community police and the YEA omuni police for year Jumano. In Ube Sanko for no. Offer a year, Cocoa Affairs, Cocoa Clinic area, Honomuja now, Maza. Omube Huriat now taxi, Mobi say taxi no air co a. It's something we have to check. And at the Urezi, you know.
Yeah.
Why a community police for?
Yeah.
Charlie, if Dampare has not taken notice, yes, Dr. Dampare should take it. It doesn't make sense, say. We've spent money to train people on the job under the community police model. And if we need to employ 2,000 police officers, we can pick 2,000 police officers without even one from the community police model. It doesn't make sense anywhere.
Well, Obi.
Into a moment,
Charles Owusu away. That Charles Owusu away.
Charles Owusu.
Yeah, away.
The last time
no, before I proceed to talk, because I'm telling Cancer and Makasa because it's all Babachim. Charles Owusu.
You could see saying on Asempa FM.
The Dominic Itemia. You should get in touch with Charles Owusu.
The last time he didn't come on.
It is not about the last time matter. My brother.
Yes, Ubuza me say
the last time I want to make a now me feel me chromo back in touch also.
Ubuza me so away. But I think even apart from
I am saying that Obi, before we may proceed to talk, no.
Okay.
One-sided conversation always is very dangerous.
Okay.
One-sided conversation is very dangerous. The money at home take a crack. And it says the Charles Owusu 2 and a more and then Charles Owusu na. I feel that Charles Owusu way. On your eye. Na kaso ayira den ka obi mama and ko bet me ni na bet chia ya mo ekusi senso. Charles Owusu ayira. I will not comment further.
Okay.
Until Charles
you hear from him.
Yes, but even before that, no be my catch the Ghana for you now. Media. Many design your ma we check because say my catch onipa am di na no to ton sase. Di me kwa say mbusa jatu because e bia na me so no wato asase bia odi media asoso ama na me as we speak now me nya documents no it Mr. Clemens Jatu ma chia wa no pay awie e say because obi me
Asempa FM.
the contention of additional acres now be counted there. The powers that be in the Omo Sempa meaning say there was a demarcated land, even to the extent that major entities too had gotten that property and already was selling it out to individuals.
Yeah.
So, Charles Owusu Mekasa, Oria, na afraid the metime at the media can also the legal implications and the legal education you come to us and you explain to us.
And even before Charles comes in, only didn't come about flooding, and only engineers didn't come out. They will tell you, say, there are some areas as a whole planet city. you zone those areas, say, more crony in our home. And that's why greens are very important in every city development. It brings a forest reserve like a Chimota Forest Reserve into the picture. And then you create area this is a Ramsar site. A word Juma a G insuo a holding insuo at the amount. Inti engineer Kwabena Japan spoke about percolation. It insuo
Also, that the okay
Hey,
terms.
massa. Insuo ni togu
Also,
so
bet me intimidate two
Yeah,
terms.
yeah.
Oh,
I was-
oh no. Anna,
Ekusi saying
Papa
on
or Cabo
Asempa
for say,
FM.
or also no a car bank for oh, Reverend you, Lindsay.
Oh, okay.
So him Lindsay.
Yeah.
How will be?
Yeah.
What is that with this catch a power?
Ahoma Lindsay.
Ahomka Lindsay.
Ahomka
Ahomka
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Hey.
I don't
Coca-
trade. I don't know whining.
whining.
No? Yeah.
Ah,
And I think, sir, areas which say Ramsar site and greens in our system, no. We have to preserve those things. And my any Charles Ninko, I'm told so many, yes.
Oh,
In the end we are, then we come into the real issue.
Kranza Bia said the Uzi. Man, they respond to
Charles.
Only Kranza Bia said the Uzi.
Aqua Banet is saying,
Obi, maybe also area.
na ye ka say Oda so on Kranza na waban crying.
Oh, we want to come. Me man can.
Okay. The other thing is one document I got viral on social media. A document which is alleged to be the will. In fact, is alleged to be the last will and testament of Kojo Owusu Efriye, a year boss. Meaning, so one document nibia in page 5 of that document, no. Your name appears in that particular document. Make it round to social media, no. Where will be na it was saying?
Obi, the kind of man share with you before. The particular name sir, that we
Asempa FM.
may allow. My idea is because and that is the John. I say, then we have to do the year. If you are rabbit in there, I think that said we are now we in 7:30 something. It's the same thing as we know, and now me ra maybe 44 years. Now, if you say a woman, especially baby, I'm dreaming. Me who be there. I mean, Tibida. Sir, Obi, then summer here. I was just making. The worker living the kind of theater. Yes, separate to social media.
Asempa FM.
Now, you're discussing. Sir, John, let me forgive you. Let me forgive you, man. The woman, sir, I want to know what you know.
Ekusi saying on
Nipa nyinaa
Asempa
bɛkɔ bi.
FM.
And then the naba, and I'm for nothing. Many be I love Sir John so much. Nyadia made them a chairman, whether or not you're good at the match, you are born about to a debut. You. The said Sir John and Emily, I know what I'm saying, what past there. Neba, India command, and above all in the year. Na no familiar grow. Na me so familiar grow. And you work and I made them a chairman. You for baby obia maybe in a pinching watch. But I don't think I watch them papa. Maybe papa. You will be better to who be can there. Monsieur Owusu John. No, do almost 60 years. Now, the name one abroad minister, no, I'm me. At least about 38 years in good standing as a lawyer. For free UK buy, or by you with GMTC as a deputy director. For free GMTC, or by a general secretary.
Ekusi
I
saying
did
on
the ruling
Asempa FM.
government MPP. For free, so or by fee, by a consulting because he's a lawyer. Owusu for the president in 2017, March, and Oboni as the CEO of Forestry Committee. 68 years ɛna onyame to ne ntafrɛ na ayɔ ho Sir John due
Mami Musa Mikro. Mami Musa Charles. Me person be kosa mood num. Yes, I cannot get what I want to get out of him. Me person be kosa mood num. Sir John onyame mfa ne kra ensie yi. You are a young man. Me nua kuma no. Me busuani no. But this is a situation that has taken a national form. I side with you about Nikrata and Simon Krata Abatabonti, but that's not the solution to the problem. There's a problem at hand. The name Charles Owusu, whether a normal practice or otherwise, has become a subject for conversation and discussion. I empathize or whatever it says, sympathize or whatever with their family, your good self, because we know the bond.
Yeah.
And condemn our coach now. You cannot even attempt to betray Sir John. In fact, but me person me catch now say, what is happening? No, he enusin chain. Now let's speak to the reality.
Let's speak to the reality. Okay. Yeah, Charles.
So who tell me? Nyamenja Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. At the cut I have a trouble between. I mean who be can. So me kasa mo. I'm sure say ministry no abandon ministry. I'm so many people beba. Now my am obi say empo so we say John e wa asase wo ho. Emrebe no nya asase. Na chaso usu asase wo ho. Ana onya asase. The meka no say me nkasa be. Me twa ma plan this na ministry no e dey have trouble no. I won't let another one to findings never bano. Move you about Bontino. About Bontino, Susan Beck, baby, about it. But as I now, some make a car, make a man, make this yaman. Nancy, you wouldn't call so. The message is now young hotel. Me organa here, men probably are. Me, Unyamin Quantum in Sonipa,
Asempa FM.
Unyami also. And Quantum possible to know by Miss Sonipa. But not because my Diana Casa make Casa because the woman made this year. But Cobra on. Oh, yeah, kind of. Now you're believing me. Tabenia woo. I want who said, will be a woo. I want to actually wait in a casa. I'm on. You didn't come and say, have a tomb on to a yet.
Sir, it be a way because of the public interest. A woman in tea and timing no it was the same period at Chimota Forest in Common Abane at the end. Those are things the public is interested in. And I believe that and inform me the whale being put out.
Obi.
Yes.
I know you're doing that. But you'll find the process they don't only entire Achimota Forest Reserve. Making can't crap at that. I didn't see Achimota Forest Reserve. I saw what they put out there, Achimota Forest. But me jato, because me come be brave. Emre, and na, eventually. Now, it is started
on Asempa FM.
Obi over some, ne mine. Na man you cool. I will comfort to be, I would be so. So don't just it. Yang now, the most painful thing is I don't hear. I'm not sure that thing will be about Bontin. I'm not sure if they can't say I can't to her. But you won't get that. You're done one to me and Casaman.
Asempa FM.
On to me next year, Bannon. If you be to do a plan. Nan so slow. You watch as a force attitude. I ain't even one. Well, who did the angle of cop? Young cast at this in border. Then you never get a port.
No, it is here, say, Lands and Natural Resources Ministry investigations, no. So, I'm not suffering.
Oh, Obi.
Maybe clearly, when you wonder about our Obi. And so,
no, but some me from
to me, Casonco.
My me from Charles, yes.
Almost was that for me. I'm going to need. I didn't hear something before. On the problem, suffering. So, again, you from the problem suffering. And I'm a boy.
Yes.
No, be a hit on my friend. But what I'm saying is that nneɛma adeɛ no a yɛyɛ no
Ekusi sen
ɛne amanneɛ ne amammerɛ ɛnkɔ yɛamanneɛ ɛne amammerɛ ɛnkɔ sɛ yɛde obi samanseɛ bɛtɔ bɔnten yɛbɛdi no atɛm adi ne ho fɛw because wiase no sɛbe o wode asɛm ɔkɔ obi to a anaa woka sɛ ɔpɛde mu a ɛnkasɛ sɛ wotie nipa korɔ so anamboa obinya saa
ɛno ano no yes
nanso deɛ ewu ɔnkasa ɛnyɛ yie sɛ dɛ ɔkasa ɛnyɛ yie baabi ɔda no ɔntim kasa nti deɛ obiara pɛ bia na ɔka so nso ɛmu nso dɛ moka no mmerepɛ mu no nyame yɛ adom a deɛ wɔ mu biara bɛpia abɔnten a meyɛkasa ama ghanafoɔ ate nka but the fact of the matter is that I don't want to seem to me defending me. I defend this job. Na mmom yɛ ma hwehwɛmu no ɛnkɔ so ehwɛmu kɔ so wie na ɛsɛ wɔ yɛmpa anaa yɛnyampa na yɛ sure sɛ ghanafoɔ ankasa ɛbɛte aseɛ baabi efiri a ɛba sɛ sɛ dɔn wuyɛ mfie mmienu ni July 1st a ɛbɛ yi na owuyɛ mfie mmienu ni
okay
Tena, you didn't some and never top on here. You're good to free.
Okay, but the other thing, final point, they say Ghana Nibia what kind when you the supposed whale on social media Nibia kind your name is in there. Should we take it says our child so who's near warm in the work say?
Well, Obi, if you probably need to also. Na emu minister John and Dante I said Mr. Owusu. And he is a mono koswa. Say me and I'm a wasati and you rasa John. I watch him out the bar. Ghana for me. Say me me person me pre mo tu mrika.
Okay.
I say me ti. I can say oh minimum here. So be say ah na me say say yam jemu. Nti dia ba ni mrika tu a you tu wo. And that is why my edi my obi nye slow. But I'm morning John. And you slow. And you bibi a me di tie ana me dwene ti ho. But I'm morning John. And if I see me as I feel ya announce to you accept before. Ya wo me no. Ya tete me obenifie. Me ni mama ni na mambre pa. Jira me hu say no, I'm not like that. Me come and drink. Me can't say it. Me go to talk. Me nyaika. Because that is why you come about as much as you say you am me. If you know, so the utan ko bua. No you minister. There be a fever. Any baby e kwaku wi na. Baby o nyame tem.
Okay.
The near to go kese pa bi am. I don't want to speak about well because me keep it and we be free and can be. Nyame ya investigation to go to via. Now you define is the trouble. Yeah, Ghana for in better.
Yeah, but I know, sir. Okay, I know, sir. It will not even be fair for you to be speaking about the whale, but at least oh yeah, aware say we boss. How now need you close, At least now we are aware say oja whale tree. Now we are one of the executors. We are aware, sir.
Of course. Obi me are aware. Me are aware. At the time of we.
Okay.
Because what just here. Also, Obi so well. Me find the first time we are want to maba menim. Enye bi da. Enti what just no. Wa me hu say wo ye wo le me din aso da bia. Wan ka hwan jenda. The only time me hu ya no say o kan le creature. He lawyer was on the word and business lawyer. Now, Cecilia, you better show up a name of Chile. As the only part or Janet Chimano. Now, you're not to my.
Okay.
No, so, you kind of one of the executors. We knew that, we knew to that. Now, so I am a new stop. Emma, what? Tell them I'm so the next thing I know, some mention be from one. I've been a winning at what as well. Maybe and what done it. So John, I love you so much. I respect you. And I will never turn my back against you.
Okay.
Whatever it takes.
Okay. As we speak, is the whale a subject in court? Obi Obi the wo ne mu nsem bi akọ court aware.
Well, Obi someone said here. Odaroma. Let's say you can live in Komowa.
Okay.
Sorry, na me no kan say ade abeta bonti a ma me di hu ya no. The bibi kura akoso ba bia. Let's say what bibi go na. Yen fa ho asem to nchen.
Okay.
Because the more I discuss the John issue, the more than I'm staying here than more. My mentor will say, I thought about it and carry my come corner. Oh, we can have it. Become a justice. Maybe I can defend myself. But with the John's being that's a part of the air caution.
Yeah.
A man who can, I mean, you can't be a better can. A man who can, I need the better. But me di ma no chi no enipa enam no so e ma sa anya ma we ekoso na mi wura me dofo ne madam me boss e John e dia beda mountain sa mi share ne kosa
Oman hine say o ka bibi acho Oman yes
me nim the oil on kranza but you na bra na avail yourself for the investigation because it's a matter of public interest. Now media, I'm fully supportive of what is the national cause, just like himself. He didn't say
yeah.
That's why I'm able to comment about it. But angle not picky free, you know. Me man the benefit of the doubt because it's your young ones, it's your dreams. I mean, I'm on the shoes, more maybe I'm going to cry, but I'm break it down. So I think the Omra no avail no.
Okay.
To the committee that the sector minister will set. Na fi oma bibia enkoto na fi obia enko ne ba bi nko na djuma.
Okay.
I wish you well. Na the Nkranza case nso achi mai oba yetimenya briefing even though ko furi wo ho a ono so di djuma ye rep no.
Oh okay.
Ko furi wo ono so di djuma. The MI.
Yo Charles inti ye the best why?
Yeah, be di chat one.
Yes.
Madam was any tadodo a efi enu anyu me bi time bi. No say me na yo. That is I'm doing a wakekeeping. Until I because I'm morning Sir John for the second time. People are me. Must send you messages. Move say no queer, and I know queer. And but move di matam crampo. Me na me don't want it. Because me nim bibi. You number Empress Gifty or to nyumbi. Or see me you say you told me. No maka ku fair on some. Time no. And I'm ready to see you there. And that's a big bomb, nobody. And that's a big uniform. I mean, maybe we know. Or to know, or so will be a doing. May I say it?
Yes, we are say. Charles Owusu, and a tin in Kano. Nana Tebi,
Nana Tebi,
Tebi, and not Tebi,
Nana Tebi, Unimana Jai did in Ofriafo. And the what power miss
Avu Kroben.
What's why they?
Avu Kroben.
Minty, no, can why they?
Mese Ofia Avu Kroben so.
Minti de okano kasa kesi kakena minti.
Asempa FM so you could see saying you no aso no. But man, I think on a more serious note. One, the investigations now ministry na kaso mo very very important. Number 2, NSA going forward, no, man, I think as a country, we need a conversation because and now no memen that utie news filer. Professor H. Kwesi Prempeh a presentation on political parties and your role play to either better or to make worse our democracy. And he gave quite an insightful speech about the role of political parties play in Ghana. And it seems, and he made the point that when people go to the polls, they go out there to elect which political party and partisans for the next 4 years to come and enrich themselves at the expense of the country.
It's a conversation.
And one thing that we need a conversation around. Because, man, sitting here, and I don't want to, of course, the will in circulation at the ministry is taking notice. I hope say per investigations no will either authenticate the will and answer whatever would happen. But if you see say, and I'll even stick with the Ramsar side because of how critical the Greater Accra Regional Minister Echo that's what
compromise Ramsar side.
Fantastic.
There's a gentleman at TDC.
Yes.
One of the biggest challenges the Ramsar side area is being taken over.
But and you're so critical. Say Google what a Ramsar site is for the benefit of more 80 you know. Ramsar sites are wetlands of international importance that have been designated under the criteria of the Ramsar Convention on Wetland for containing representative, rare, or unique wetland types, or for their importance in conserving biological diversity. In any Bibia, it is not. It is not. It is not. We need to.
The challenge is what Mama Oba Ira Samson Lade show no lecture. The challenge is what she enumerated.
Yeah.
Okay, say implementation and whatever 3-tier solution body mind really out the woman's perception of the challenges we have.
Yeah.
If you look through our constitution, not just the review alone.
Yes.
Okay.
But the people who would implement
exactly
the constitution.
Exactly. You know what is right. But we are doing because brain is me we with this week baby I'm a baby me the central region, the eastern region, the Ashanti region for the Omo chairmanship bid no.
Okay, regional elections, regional elections.
This week baby I me no. So what I say baby I me especially in the Ashanti region, in the eastern region, these two areas in the central region they say a key soup, the tradition goes on. So what I say, but
the tradition goes on meaning what?
The key soap, I don't even key soap. The
tradition goes on. That's the nipa or honor network.
See key soap, the tradition goes on. I assembly. Manchester City aji league Navy. Now Liverpool makoche 3-1. I want to say
on Asempa FM.
So you are central region, but maybe the eastern region. Now, my bad. The Ashanti region.
Yeah.
No, it stakes no. And the Greater Accra, but one mood Agwahum, Agwahum,
divine Agwahum.
No, hands down. The transition is going on. On the maturity, yes, I count. No piano question. Me count. Now can I?
Me piano question.
Which the Eastern regional?
Yes. A 2-horse race.
A 2-horse race. The late comer. But oya aye hunkakra. The late comer. And the potential chairman so every the secretaryship ever chairmanship.
Your friend is saying.
And Jefferson Saki.
Jeff Kunedu.
Jefferson Saki. On the sound of Chuchan camera and
on Chuchan camera. A deputy director of communications.
Title
president.
Or shall say ya no the could draw. And the title please. Or your media person.
We got to Chuchan camera and internet America.
So who train me mobile title? There will be one of those things. You want to be factual about whatever you say. Pay attention to detail.
Yes.
You check camera.
Yes.
Back to Eastern region. Who's the Eastern region? The other stakes there very high.
Yeah, very.
Go on and Mampayina Kazano. Ofi.
Yeah.
It's an interesting bout.
Yeah.
And they said the only people who say Akoto in the
there are 3 stories on the front. Okay.
Eastern region.
Okay.
Eastern region. Jeff Kunedu, Chairman Kwejo Boateng. As we speak now, Obi.
Eastern. Class.
Nobody should use the president as and most of the time come on man paying the coalition be most of the time man paying the coalition because man paying them no free so that no, the president is no more any party only influence be as him more baby amudi money be sha akoto free Dr. Baumia ana afi Alan Kojo Chematin ana Emmanuel
Joe Gatti.
Yeah, those are the areas. They said oh Ghana your president o ono de ono na tusa no ba party from there mo fo mo ni nchira koto free mo fo mo ni nchira Dambochi bi se Dambochi you can say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Yes.
Yewura Alan Kojo Chematin. Because na oye win na ekọ. He said the akaye mbambere na doma no sa nyum no kwa de betima for now. Be o koto enyum fufuro bia wo MPP mu a the problem about e to dum bia da kopem so be young flag bra.
Okay.
It's back to the conversation.
In the eastern region,
wow, the mampanyi Eddie ebeko aprobo across the length and breadth of the country say, oh, your mampanyi candidate, obewe. Na mampanyi na mu so no, otiyo Franco jina say.
As a your baby as a oje dama to say.
Yeah. Otwe no odi na he wa kwayem. Na obe plan and you. It go with your strength.
Yes.
And your power and your might. Your people know who has served. Between Jeff and Chairman Kojo Boateng, they have all served, but one has served better than the other.
Absolutely.
So that day it will reflect.
It will reflect. It will reflect. Now, Yako Asante region.
Emu asisa kyerɛ sɛ
Ewa hifa Asante.
and because emu asisa no kyerɛ sɛ obi hyɛ bra asisa
Okay.
na we a wo pagya ko wiem sɛ
Oh, how are we
kane no na Chairman wuntumi ɔba obi ani hɔ ne ne kochi akansie bi ani hɔ emu asisa
Okay.
ɛna di akansie ɛwɔ hɔ
Abba.
ɛnya akansie ketewa nso na ɛyɛ den ɛbaa yi o ɛwɛ RCC na ɔmo kɔyɛ no na me no
That's how RCC. How no more vet.
masa
How no more vet.
Omo abatu omo anya na RCCC. The last you know I'm to about onya as Ejura Park so baby say even na.
But what's wrong with RCC ho?
Obi na only
Anya
RCC.
RCC anya baby na na yakofa e ho fu pusa.
Residence one why pass anya ho RCC ni na sa dan kitwa na office space kitwa na for car park fiano na office. Yeah, na nya minister office. We just coordinating council. Now one council Kumasi regional coordinating council. Ashanti region the heartbeat of the party. Chairmanship position. And other one RCC.
Now, who person say assassin esama ni
My
pe
brother. I don't be that way with my brother. Susu Kaza. Now where them RCC.
Obi asipego.
Oh, be now with the one. Well, was a book. Number book say pain.
You know what? Why a campaign? But do for
number book pain.
No, name book say pain.
Pain mood you only the back home.
Ba with him.
Yes.
RCC. E hono moto aba.
E hono yetu aba no. Hey. Agroni from now there. Now where one. And then a paper see report to say Dr. Free Yakutu.
Yes.
He's making inroads.
Osha Herald anima. There is one story on Chairman Wuntumi, of course, at the MPP Chairman Wuntumi faces his toughest political life this weekend. Accusations of unexecuted government contract, fraud, selfishness, neglect on the table. That's on the NPP elections in the great Ashanti region. And there's this other story. Owusu a free Akoto factor hit. The last time I heard on a region bay, na Savannah, and a region bay. I think it was. Yes. But we almost way Upper East region. Owusu a free Akoto factor hits Upper East region. Political researcher.
Dr. Baumia area on free.
Dr. Baumia from Northeast.
But he's picking the last kind that thing came Akoto, a free Akoto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the story about?
Let me see. Story no. And this is Larry Dogbe. It's a paper edited by our very good friend Larry Dogbe.
And also another area with Jabetum no. The presidential. Full of shocks.
Presidential.
Now when the catcher say the leading candidate in MPP.
Presidential.
Because
you see, and I know me the Cabinet Japan be can
presidential.
I just say Obeba. Cabinet Japan Obeba. Already can Japan did that one. Say
presidential.
You were Joe Gatti, Boachie Jakon, a free Yakutu, Alan Tremantin, Dr. Baumia.
Adenimo.
That's 7. Adenimo.
Yeah.
Adenimo 8. Apreku 9.
Yeah.
But Kaisa party.
Ometraswa and 5.
Ometraswa and 5. In the 5, no, the bed, you
5 then you the and the Mudaho.
In the 5, no, why
5, no. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
Okay.
Alan Koju Chemantin.
Okay.
A free Yakutu.
Okay.
Emmanuel Jako. Kennedy Japan. Joe Gatti.
That's what Wabo says.
Enti na me boko yi. Na 5 when we chef yo.
In the story now, what can I say? As political stakeholders still come to terms with the shocking performance of how pro-Akoto candidate beat the top 3 contenders to win 42% of total valid vote cast in the north, the Akoto factor is still making impressive inroads across the sister regions of the north. Oh, okay. Not just say in the northern region, no. 42% of them go for winning, you know. Constituency elections where Akoto call for
42%.
That's what your friend is saying. Herald newspaper, no, Eka. In the paragraph 2, no, say results from our independent research from the Upper West region further cement what we have already known and predicted, that Dr. Owusu Akoto is strongly preferred by the grassroots within the party. Official election results coupled with our research indicates that pro-Owusu Akoto candidates have once again won a majority of positions in the recently ended party elections across the 11 constituencies in the region, way Upper West. And I say, Upper East, okay. The table below contains official data on the outcome of elections from the 11 constituencies in the Upper East region. In Tuamuchiremua, for that region, constituencies ni nyina no ohwe candidate in quotes omoye Baumia for candidate Alan for candidate Akoto for
Obi kwa mu hu se muni pani.
I should think so. So mu hu.
Masa kwaba. Obi na about to mumpa so their skills mu. So, Dr. Akoto nipa.
Yes, me Dr. Akoto nipa.
And you believe in this research?
I think so. One was elections are about but as a dynamics no SSA because obi wo the yesterday elections is changing. The entire makers said in MPP currently the grassroots no peeved.
Omo
peeved because the gap between the grassroots and the top echelons are very high. And they say what you now say oh okay you are playing the gallery of mediatization and now say oh yeah a bandwagon you fail. It is a grassroots campaign. And they say grassroots for any peeved then let's take the campaign to the grassroots. And it's all share Dr. Akoto say Uba say the campaign no he is not using any famous person bia and as will be in the position of trust. He is using the grassroots to appeal to the grassroots.
That is my strategy.
That is the strategy. But there are more. I mean to me,
so what is your strength? Because the people that say baby, the reason I'm saying that I am saying that Sebi, you vice president, the potential flag bearer, or no freeze up mentemonum. And then the mantem again, and why is from Kuntia? No.
Akotunko for the
yes, what was the 2020 elections? The fortunes of MPP. It was in the farming communities. And at the end, if you buy, and as also Dr. Owusu Akoto, the policies would reflect to our grounds. Again, relationship, you're very big relationship. You're starting your mood because the politics today is about relationship. So when any panel are you fa. So you know makasa, you come now so abribia we are in touch. But is it obi wa so we can say we could use omo the position that dia. Then the resource ebia we can say fa we kokra on fanko. Into the time bia no ye ni omo edin kita ho. And every week crown so one na edin kita ho crown na. The uniqueness.
Yeah, I get
What's the uniqueness of Dr. Akoto? What is the strength for him to really...
For his people to be winning constituency elections in the northern part.
Yeah, the last one, the first one, mi bumeni gusu, making kind of the Akoto factor and all those things. I didn't want to. But like Doug beside the baby media, you have to be careful and really look at it.
And we know a simple research in the sense, almost share the people who have won constituency executive elections. For every constituency, there are, I think, 17 constituency.
No, 10.
10. Now I'm appointed 7 account. Good. If they vote for 10, no I'm appointed 7. Man, I is 17. In the 10 now, I'm voting my one. This researcher did a simple thing. Oko this constituency, nipa 10 no. Ebia, omo ye hu omo ye pro Akoto, 6. Omo ye pro Baumia, 2.
But how do you identify that?
Alan. Oh no, that's a party for Omunimamo. They talk to themselves.
Yeah, one crofo almost also constituency. Every constituency be assigning the power. And then the panel be presenting the slate for the constituency election. And then within that slate, we are always in touch with them.
With Amon Kof. They know, sir, assume I see a Wojina Wahano.
Or Akoto nipa.
Assume I see Wojina Wahano.
But you see, most of the times, there is a win. That is executive win. It be a certain direction. So what we did is submarine tactics to keep in touch with them. And then they have a relationship because medical chain was there. Politics today is about relationship. Internet say, "Ukoswa ni omudingita na uni omudingita huwa." Nasa wonso so no say, "Yeah, fans. Mwebi wa huwa wonso so what they ebo ma." That is where they also.
So, but unyi ni so say, Oman, unyi ni so say. At this stage, you know, you would think say out of nipa 10, maybe I mean call for a woman is 6. And you are hoping, say, you carry those people through for them to vote for you in the flag bearer primaries.
Exactly.
Don't you think that between now and that time, you know,
change
dynamics it means the same. Emma Sanko for this some imagine you support another candidate.
And untina yasheshe strategy of sustaining them, and a strategy of bringing more people, because you're starting a polling station. We kept in touch, and at the bar electoral area, we kept in touch. Because so Greater Accra, you say Greater Accra is very tough. You know, our tactics is submarine. I think Zebia and also Bebano and also Beka because all the time
Greater Accra they may shows them with
say uko grounds are or my would say uko grounds are as a man soon. And the delegate at the base, you know, they are crying. But you see, Dr. Etransidin who said no, the party at the base. That is why we have taken the campaign to the grassroots, into a grassroots campaign, into grassroots versus grassroots.
Is it the case, Doc, popular only in the northern part of the country?
It is never. But Greater Accra percentage, or mine will be more. I can't say you guys will be shocked.
Greater Accra.
Greater Accra, we are constantly in touch. Greater Accra, we are constantly in touch from the electoral area, from the polling station to electoral area.
That's Greater Accra. Constituencies no matter what
yes, no matter what.
And nasa mo ama yemo.
Yes.
Ma drill it down numbers na.
Very well.
Mo nko for we ni bebre. Greater Accra. Bebre. Because about parliament, about presidential primaries now, over 200,000 delegates na ekoto. All the polling stations they count ni na ama yemo djuma wo.
Because you see the presidential polling station and electoral college
yes.
So that is where we started. That is where we started. But it's almost let's now we are sponsor. You see a lot that we have done me and Amakan a constant relationship. They are sustaining. You see, this year's election, sir, we opposed to Binasa what to say you wanted to predate, you wanted to do this.
Maybe
too, because our 2020 elections, you could see, sir, changes are boom. You could see, sir, changes are boom. The voting sense is turning. And there is what to want to say, one fun say a responsibility, say you are coming to serve people.
As a delegate, why should I consider the Team Akoto?
As a delegate, why you should consider Team Akoto is Team Akoto is using the grassroots to appeal to you. And appealing to you, he is trying to address your challenges. Because in as much as I say, address the challenges, so share the policies so they gumo you could see say the ordinary it benefit the ordinary.
Which of them? The reign of livestock and I said planting for food.
PFG, under the model, your food, railing for a food
livestock,
livestock, your
tree planting,
tree planting,
like cash crop.
No, under you know, cash crop nso I don't know I can say tree planting development authority. Yes. I don't know come model, but I don't see another extensive.
Another way on my.
So your agri mechanization I don't know as a machines our mobile started the ultimately apeja agriculture in the country. And yes also greenhouse farming. Greenhouse farming no yebeka ya ultimately say in tools because you see aduane wo ho. But you see when people are talking almost aduane board say the responsibility of the agri minister is obe produce aduane. Say aduane ye be free farm aba no because it has gone to another ministry.
It is said aduane wo dwa so.
It is said aduane wo it is say nipa na kwakofana so say car bo nti ne board here. Why should we blame
the agri minister?
I can't say agri minister.
I would on the conversation.
Yes.
But the Muslim provide the aduane.
Yes, nipa no
with the aduane aba.
nipa na ensure say aduane wo ho. Na say nipa no ko free and we di aba. Almost say car bo nti.
Interesting times ahead. Maybe that's what I see.
So we sa greenhouse farming so abeboy. And okrampo can be crampo ma so mo hwe DW. Omo predict say Ghana will lead Africa in terms of vegetables. And as I share food security, so I can say food security, so rating, so ewo Africa ha.
Yes.
Ghana yedimu tinti man pa. But you see, the irony is say, aduane ho kwatwe because me no yanyi kakra yenu say edumre bia utimu say yedi bayre ama afase so ba me yedi afase sa ama esesa. But no yetimi di bayre sa ama I afase kura no ubehu bi kura bo na ache. It means the system is working. So all the time no they make can say Dr. Afriakoto stand tall. Again.
But me ba one son na obeto aso no in the team Akoto wo ye den
Me campaign team member Greater
Accra campaign team member. In the more elaborate campaign team.
Very well.
In every region.
Very well.
And I am a member of that team in Greater Accra. Because now me kind details of the Larry Dogbe story. And I'm told, sir, Larry S.O.C. from a political researcher being in Nana Kojo. I think the last year I say anybody come on Nana Kojo Kwedu. On our research, good. And Larry's story makes the point, sir. From our table, the data is clear in its interpretation and breakdown. We observed, and we're for a friend is saying Upper East there. We observed that pro-Akoto candidates won 80%.
80.
Yes, of all 10 contested positions in Lambusie, 90% in Wa West, 70% in DBI. DBI let me see. DBI near one of the constituencies in this report can say DBI. 80% in Wa East, 90% in Jerapa, 60% in Adoli, and 30% in Laura and Wa Central respectively, and 20% in Sesala East. And also, however, in the Sesala West and Nandon constituencies, Team Akoto lost ground to pro-Baumia candidates, adding up to Team Baumia's victory in other areas including Nandom, Laura, and Wa Central. However, these wins are not significant compared to margins of pro-Akoto candidates. In the way, a snapshot. Also, for the 11 constituencies that are team independently verified, Team Afri Akoto won 50% of total regions, followed by Team Baumia with 34% of valid vote cast, 15% for Team Alan Tremantin, and 1% for Team Ajakon.
Yeah, I'm out for the messages he go.
Wow. In where Upper East region.
But if it's subsequent times, there's going to be a conversation.
Yeah. And then the basic. I mean, and then we would have a conversation once. Report ni surveys in the baby na eba. It has and when they come, we will dig into them, and then we have a conversation.
But mami can be kakra.
Yeah.
The American say say the media can share say politics of yesterday no assessment because and then no obi ani ate. It is a what na ho say wo betena ho say a brand ndu ansa na wa comment ni pana dia. I think say obi abeka say you are taking us for granted. And nothing a doctor as a share sentem.
On they were starting them.
No, as a year crop on the Yaji campaign, if you say no,
team members,
yes, because of who position it, we are going to run and it is going to be a grassroots campaign.
Hey.
Yes,
no,
it's a campaign near grassroots. Because
confidence here for him.
I'm telling you,
so when any partner ekasa,
yes,
when you mukasa, you could say no, Obia say Minti Obianka, and this is the first time you guys are approaching us on what constituency elections.
Sir?
Yes, this is the first time. The Omo Canon said this is the first time we've been seeing that. Some by now, so you must start from police station, electoral area, what about do constituency, and this is the first time. And this year, so now elections, constituency elections, and not more thing because of say neglect and Obian say this is the cuckoo season. No more than ye. What I say, yes.
Team
Akoto. Obi, Anyagro, Team Akoto.
Oh, wow.
Frederick Buedi, a member of the campaign team for Team Akoto Greater Accra.
You are winning.
We are winning.
More winning. In the flag bearership election,
because we are winning. Because it's Fakwa expectation dano. Fakwa expectation dano.
If an expectation that.
Oh, is it people are thinking that there are other two people here. I don't want to mention.
I'm gonna have front runners.
Yes, but the base, because you see, almost I had to say termites. Termites, say wood worker.
It is different.
And you must say asiane yare. So we have to put insecticide at the base.
And that is what we are doing.
Yes, that is what we are doing. We have to heal from the base. We have to heal from the base.
Oh wow! By a lot of questions about
a lot
of questions. Are you sure, Chiao? Jifa Gunu.
Oh, Jifa. Jifa Gunu.
Also,
and Mamentia Yaira Koku.
Yaira Demetin Kachapao.
Oh, see how a big man.
Yaira. Minana etokele willy.
Yaira Koku a big man.
Oh, za.
Oh, they make a show of air. Yaira the no big man.
Yaira Koku.
Yaira Koku Michel. Fred, that's But man, we cannot go without talking about the
Obi the Abasa voter rate was sweep who now.
Why sweep
Akoto.
Hey.
Hey. I'm also more submarine. I'm careful.
Anyways, okay. It really you ever said in Kobo, but Oman na me ka say yentime nko without celebrating the
Doomsday man.
The energy minister of the republic. And the honorable
Matthew Opoku Prempeh. The Doomsday man.
On the birthday. I stumbled upon a post to be on Facebook, and that post, chronicled about some 54 facts. 54 facts about Matthew Opoku Prempeh, and it's an interesting read. Yeah, it's a really, really interesting read. So Okaya, a trail, the journey, the political journey, and everything. Some of the achievements.
Oh no, my friend Nana Poku no.
Nana Poku. It is a Napone, a short form of Nana Poku.
Ba Oko Kumashi and Kana Napoku. Nepoku.
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 Wow.
Nepoku official pa. Yehu
ejida. Over Facebook Jackson Mabo Modi enya a picture where a Parliament of Ghana artwork on where to wish him well. Happy birthday, Honorable Matthew Opoku Prempeh. I wanted to read into now because the age dano.
Yeah.
54 facts about Napono. Born in Kumasi on Friday, May 23rd, 1968.
Before you proceed. Yes. Samuel Brown will be the message be about.
Okay.
Mankind.
Mate. 1968. It's easy to calculate Nimfia Wedi. Almost Napo is the short form of his traditional name, Nanapoku. Grew up in Apejafie, Ashanti New Town, Ashtown, Kumasi. Ne papa ye, Ohineba Kwame Chinichie, late Apejahene.
Yeah.
Ne paternal grandfather.
This year.
Okay. Ne paternal grandfather Otumfo say Osei Ajaman Prempeh II, late Asantehene, or a grandson of Otumfo Osei to the second or Tisri, or a grandnephew of former President J.A. Kufuor and a former Defense Minister Dr. Kwame Adokufo. You know. Ni KG and primary education, KNUST Primary School, Kumasi. He was in Guggisberg and Oko Prempeh College, Kumasi for the O and A levels between 1980 to 1987. He was in Guggisberg House, Prempeh College, or your assistant house prefect, or Guggisberg House. And Oko Prempeh College history more. O breaky the jinx in chemistry. And on the record that hot 10 years and son be baby breaky. You know, it's not just a or Napo, yes. Or a staunch Christian Anglican ni by any or sorry or Makers House Chapel International.
This year, sorry, Anglican.
Oh, okay.
Was a whole two for.
Yeah.
This year, sorry,
Yeah. But now there's no a mass server there.
Napo. Napo. Hey, Roman for. Anglican for.
St. Anne's Anglican Church. Ashtown, no a mass server.
Naponi.
But already medicine. Okay.
Hey, Obi. Napona, yes. Whatever the Messiah.
And a happy birthday to happy 54th birthday.
Happy birthday.
To
Matthew, a solid guy.
Yes, solid.
Very solid guy.
Solid guy. Oman me na say.
Yes. Na momonzi ma fo so ho ban. Because nimdia wonzima, ajapade wonzima. The Monshas Union Zima also apart from Cabral.
Yes, so we call Atlanta, US and Zima for.
Yeah, but Namika says, yeah, advocacy be Cabral, Blay, I'm here.
Yeah.
And obey the enemy kind. Zima must be remembered. So what I say.
I was say a startable ball mudi where they are. Now man for
Zima phones are limited in supply. They always thank God
for
more
system no more.
Yeah, the Kema Bushuan and Kwasa the Kema family. Yeah. And as Zimani obey magic back on the Sika Huas and any business other than Mazo, Kablemiz another one.
Yeah, Kablemiza. Yeah.
Also a baby cool. A blush. It's more. Yeah, I'm Antiamabuzia.
Yeah, I'm a buzia.
Anachia Dominic. Professor Mills time, na mammy be on your friend is saying. Mammy being an any or Jubilee House.
Arabatego.
Your way.
Arabatego. What is all talk radio?
And now it's talk. Oh no, rum said your pay. 90 or 80 some mammy or MPB headquarters. Move ahead,
Fati.
Ah, no, I show me, mammy. Barabatego, they was Fati, you didn't call you Ninkomo. Would the same lay? Yeah, we are coming. Not Chaco for me. Yeah, the NT said Dogobino. Yajilig. It has no person of Bajilig. I'll call Liverpool 3-1. Yeah, but Miss Rowe,
you lose to cry.
Miss Ray in an hour. Yes, Yajilig, I see from young Kotoba, Emily Lususa. I got 6 points difference here, 6.
Oh, sir.
Yeah, 6. I stand for correction, Kotoko platform 6.
And I got 4 matches.
Oh, yeah, Yajilig, sir.
And out of 4 matches, no, you were Olympics.
And Yajilig, Sabona Titiafaso.
And you will break Chelsea, so you will break Chelsea. You were AW. Send run a break Chelsea share, you know. No do something. No do something that's me. I'm not confused. Was it Obi greet me for beating Kotoko?
David, where they are come back to? Where you bobo la casa? So do something. So I'm paying any account. Where dear, or the other players. Or we deal with them. Kotoko da busy. Or we senior here now. It's your child be a football woman in M1 but don't forget, be vigilant. If you see something, say something. Oh, sorry, as of money now, ashes and in now, oh, mosque, we now money now, a 24, baby, money now, baby, any patient be a 1 crown, be movement, oh, area, Mr. Money now. If you see something, continue to say something.
But on him say, I may do the Duke or say, Senior, please will your elder title to me. Why? Greetings, been a while. Enjoying your show. I may do. Thank you. And also, so Asante Royals are default Anglican worshippers. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the kingdom. The kingdom.
A church of the stool.
Okay.
A church of the stool.
Yeah, the
say, Obi, we have 4 matches more, so you have not.
Okay.
We honorable Ebenezer Nina Nati.
And then no, I salam da. What to the lane share to say or no or to a shop Kumasi who and can you the bunch starch na two no who is a proper starch reason. You know, Nineti. Weba. Ebenezaneti.
Ablekuma Central.
Who the friend shirt? As a bit chow, as a kofuri. Banchi, the enemy no more you, Banchi. member of parliament who gyina hɔ na ɔda so de banche to adeɛ
Ɔman hene bye bye.
o pa me
Because I am